Welcome to Prove It. Prove It is an Android-based mobile application that provides users a visual representation and interactive learning tool in aid of proving theorems and statements involving congruent triangles, similar triangles, and parallelograms. Let me first illustrate the triangle congruence part of the app. So upon clicking, there are two levels. So triangle congruence level 1 dwells on the basic triangle congruence postulates and their visual representations. So let's try level 1. Upon initialization, the app presents tasks that require students to choose triangle congruence postulate or theorem that guarantees that the two triangles presented are congruent. So let's proceed. So one can see that there are several properties of the sides or the angles of the triangle shown. So for example, side AD is shown to be congruent to side CB. Also, one can observe that ADB is congruent to angle CBD. So, given this pair of sides and this pair of angles, it seems like the two triangles, namely triangles ADB and triangles CBD, are congruent. And the student may also observe that BD is a side that is shared by these two triangles. So there's a pair of sides, AD and BC, and there's a pair of angles, ADB and CBD, and the side BD that is common to both triangles. So that's side, angle, side. So it seems like these two triangles are congruent, and the theorem that supports this is SAS. So let's check that one. Indeed, an animation or a feedback will show that that choice is correct. So this is what the app provides. The app provides an animation that will allow one to check if indeed the choice is correct, and the student can practice and work on several topics at the same in one particular session. So let's proceed. So here is a pair of triangles. So let's look at what are given. So DA is congruent to AC. The side BA is also congruent to the side BC. But it seems like there is no other information shown except that these two pairs of sides are congruent. So let's see. Is it possible that the angle BAD is congruent to BCE? And since those angles are included angles of the sides, the pairs of sides that are congruent, could it possibly be side angle side? So suppose let's try to use that one. Oh, the answer is incorrect. So let's try to proceed. So if side angle side is not correct, and there are two pairs of congruent sides that are given, most likely SAA is not the right theorem, or neither is ASA or SSS. Then this will possibly allow the student to deduce that these two triangles are not congruent. So let's try that one. So the animation will say yes, that these two triangles are indeed two distinct triangles. One cannot bring one triangle to the other, and unlike the first animation that we have seen, so that these two triangles are indeed not congruent. So that's another feature of the app. It can also show examples of triangles that are not congruent. So here is another one. Let's see. There are now two triangles, and DE is congruent. DB is congruent to EB, and also AB is congruent to CB. Now, there is also no other information shown here, but maybe an observant student can see that there are two vertical angles, a pair of vertical angles are shown here, DBA and EBC, and that this pair of vertical angles is congruent, so that that would be a side DB and EB congruent, and then an included angle DBA congruent to EBC, and then the side BA congruent to BC. So that would be side angle side, or SAS. So let's check. Indeed, that animation shows that that is correct. So these are some examples that I have shown for level 1 of Prove It.